Hey everyone, this is Beth Barling. I'm hopping on, giving everyone a minute to get in, but I'm hopping on today because we had our first open ritual. Ooh, oh, it just hopped around on me, this live thing. We had our first open ritual of 2023 last night, and it was certainly an absolutely transformational experience for me in a public space and having we're so grateful. Stephanie and I are so grateful for how many people are coming out and how many people are being, stepping into and feeling into energy and energy work and earth based spirituality. So last night was really beautiful for me, and I just wanted to come in and say thank you to everybody who was at the super new moon in Pisces ritual that we had last night. Um, Special thanks and gratitude always to my circle sisters who showed up to help facilitate. Beautiful Ariana and Anne Marie. So last night's ritual was, the super new moon, and we talked about, open rituals are simple. These are, and sometimes they're so simple it's hard for us to prepare for them because we want to do so much more in those circles, but we also want them to be a safe space for people to come in and just really experience what it means to tap into your own energy, feel into your energy, feel into Mama Earth's energy, feel into our ancestors' energy, feel into our fellow people and community and circle with us. And that in itself, leaning into that is such a big deal. So we are so grateful for everyone's courage, and we're so grateful for all the magic and community that's coming forth from this. So last night we did tap into this super new moon, which, the new moon is obviously, uh, if you consider the dark moon when there is no moon, the blackness, and then we see the new moon, which is that tiny sliver saying, hey, we're starting this new moon cycle. The moon is still so very dark. It's black. It's this darkness that sort of shrouds, you know, and it's not it's this beautiful space, this beautiful liminal space, especially when we're in a circle and we're honoring the new moon. It's this beautiful transformation of releasing in the darkness, allowing the darkness to be that peace that dissolves what's not coming into the new cycle with you. But also, the darkness is where we birth, it's where we create, it's where we manifest. So, this new moon, especially this new moon in Pisces, and I told everybody last night I'm not an astrologer or an astronomer, but this new moon in Pisces, to me, what resonated the most with me out of the things that we talked about is how dreamy this new moon is, and how exciting this new moon is, and how there's a lightness and a levity to this moon and an excitement. There's this incredible pull, this incredible gravitational pull to bring into our lives those things that we want. So when things are dreamy and things are mystical, and when our intuition is off the charts, and I feel like one of the things we saw and I felt into last night is that there are a lot of different Sabbats and Esbats and places where we celebrate the veil being thin and the Fae are close to us. And this new moon is one of the times when we are most connected to our higher self. There's an easy connection to our intuition. So, take what you want and leave the rest. But it felt to me, when I'm tapped into my intuition, I feel limitless because I believe that our higher selves already know the grandness and obviously the amazingness and the fullness and the majesty and the sovereign magic, all that we already are. So when I'm tapped into my intuition, it's exciting. Everything that I'm manifesting is that much more exciting. So we talked about dreams, and we talked about how daydreams are dreams, and we're manifesting. And the other side of that was, really listening to our dreams, focusing on our dreams, and focusing on, these intuitive pieces. Are they messages? Are they from our guides? Are they from our higher self? Are they a reflection of what we're processing during the day? Is there a difference? It's up to you how that shows up in your life. But we really invited in our circle, it felt there's this deep invitation to lean into our dreams, to witness our dreams, witness the story that's being told, whether it's dreams when we're asleep or whether it's our regular walking daydreams or the ways that we think about things. What are we thinking about? What are we manifesting, whether we're awake or asleep? Um, and then what else is showing up for us on the other side of that? What is that? For me, and I don't want to put this on anyone else, but for me, there is still this resonance of what needs to be released. There's a big chunk of what needs to be released in order for me to step fully into this dream, to really realize, take what I'm learning and seeing and feeling in this liminal space, in the dreamland, in this world between worlds, when we're in ritual together or when I'm in my dream space. How am I grounding that into my reality? And to me, it feels like grounding it into reality requires this courageous step. And for me, it's not just a release that feels like a cheap word. It feels like stepping into this courageous awareness of what I need to embody, feel, embrace, move through, and let go in order for this new version of me to be called forth. So that is what we worked on last night. You are all always invited to our open rituals. We talked a lot about, what the super new moon is, what new moons are for. We used a lot of Anne Marie's content from our beautiful Cape May Emotional Wellness Retreat, our Water Magic Retreat, because obviously the moon is associated with, the element of water. It's associated with ebbs and flows, and this new moon in Pisces is no separation from that. This is a time where there is a lot of ebbs and flows, and we're supposed to be in flow and be fluid with these changes. So if there's anything that feels stressful, none of this should feel stressful. If you're moving through something, it shouldn't be a stressful thing. It should be something where, we move in this ebb and flow and we sort of chip away at what needs to be released. And when we're finished, when we feel that we're coming into imbalance, we stop that and we shift into receiving, and we shift into releasing and receiving and releasing and receiving. I love that shift from the dark moon to the new moon. So happy new moon, everybody. Happy super new moon. Thank you again to everybody who came out to our new space last night. We were so excited to get in there and get our first circle started. Our next circle in our next open ritual is March 20th. So it's always the third Monday of the month. It is at 8 o'clock at night. We did change that from last year because there were people who were having issues coming out at 7 a little bit earlier. But if you want to circle with us, talk to us. Let us know how this feels for you. So we do have our open ritual on March 20th, which is a moon ritual. It is an SBAT ritual, and Stephanie Schaefer will be the priestess for that ritual. So we're really excited about that. I think she's definitely the priestess for that ritual. Yes. And on March 19th, we do have an online Ostara information session and online ritual. So March 9th, did I say May 19th? I meant March 19th. March 19th is the online Ostara. March 20th is our in-person open ritual in Mullica Hill. So it is at our space. So both of these are priestessed by Stephanie. So we're pretty excited about those two things that are coming up. We also have Sophia Circles. I will be running another round of Sophia Circles if you want to tap into Divine Feminine Christ Consciousness. Those start on March 14th. We can always have a conversation about what those look like. That is a series of circles to connect you with God in her feminine form and to connect with different divine feminine ascended masters to help us find our own divine ascended master within. So super gorgeous journey. That is a 13 circle journey. They start every season. So this one starts on March 14th. And then we also have Beltane. So, Beltane, not to jump seasons, but we are really excited about this Beltane event that we have coming up. And this is um, April 29th. Lots of ums tonight. I'm still feeling the dreaminess, I think, from last night. But our Beltane event is actually filling up incredibly quick. And once again, we are incredibly grateful. So, the Beltane event is a 1 day retreat. It is 9 to 5. It is out in the countryside of Pennsylvania. It's about 45 minutes from me in Mullica Hill. So you are all welcome to journey with us. I believe we are, as of today, halfway full. So Stephanie and I are, again, incredibly grateful for what we're creating. We're incredibly grateful for what this community is creating and how much magic and how many ways we're connecting with Mama Earth and connecting with each other. And I think that's really beautiful, especially, in a time where there's so much turmoil, these little moments of presence and breath of grace and ease where we can come together and we can look to Mama Earth and look to our ancestors and look to each other for ways to connect, ways to find community, ways to find peace, ways to find ascension journeys, and abundance of living and all the forms that that takes. So, once again, just incredibly grateful for everybody who came out last night. Incredibly grateful for where these circles are going. If you have any questions about circles or any of the upcoming moon or Sabbat or Esbat events that are coming up, please reach out. If you have any questions about Sophia's circles, always happy to talk about that. And so much love to you all. Thank you for being a part of this community. Bye.